All right, folks. Play number 1, series number 4 here. Right off the bat, ball on the 25-yard line. Minute 20 left in the second quarter. We're starting with the 2nd and 6 here, so we didn't get that first down play. So looking at it right here, he's in a trip set. He's in a trips Y set with the tight end here. The play he's running, Osiris is running here, looks to me like play action crosser, or I believe that's what it's called, or play action slot drag maybe. Now, looking at it here and looking at the coverage now, we should say, defensively, he looks to be in a 3-3-5 nickel. So 3 down linemen, 3 linebackers, 5 DBs. Looks to me like it's a cover 3 cloud. So essentially what that means is corner is going to roll up tight, safety's going to roll over the top, and there you go. This corner will run the deep third there, so deep third, and then these guys will all drop off into zones. Something to that effect here. So they are getting kind of a combo coverage here, like cover 2 underneath because he has 5 under guys and then 3 over the top. So looking at that though, to me the best chance to getting open here would be this post route if he ends up bumping. If he bumps, he beats it, or this guy ends up going to the flat quickly, then this should be open in here before the safety gets over. And that would be a good spot. Now he can also make something I'd like to do if I see this, if I notice this, is running a fade route against it. And once this guy releases, then hitting this deep, of course. The reason, no, I guess I should tell you why I think this was cover 3 sky, or cloud, excuse me. This guy's about 5 yards depth. This guy is about 8 to 9 yards depth. So just looking at that or seeing that tells me this guy's probably going to drop off and this guy's probably going to play short. So that gives me that tell at least on the pre-snap. Now looking here, that's probably going to be my best route. Eventually this will open up. Crossers and digs will always open up. So will this shallow cross here. Those are probably your 2 best chances. Also, this arrow route could open up depending on how much depth this guy gains on his initial move. If he doesn't bump up and then play flat and he drops off a little bit, say like almost a sink, then this will open up quick. You hit it, get out of bounds after about a 10-15 yard gain. With 3 timeouts, minute 20, it's plenty of time to work the clock. So let's go ahead and run through this, see what happens, and then we'll discuss. So we get the play fake there, and it freezes a lot of guys. Safety here's frozen. This safety steps up. That's the player. He steps up hard, actually. And honestly, I never understand this step up here when it's a minute 18 left. I mean, play your defense. Play your coverage. Now, this guy, you can see he's already letting this guy go, so he's already starting to get beat. If he ran a fade here, or called a fade here, or a go route, this would open up nicely, especially with him stepping up hard on the play fake. That's a touchdown. Right now with the post, we'll see what happens. So as we keep going here, he's rolling out. Not something I usually like to do. Like I've told you guys many times before, I like to set up either, obviously directly behind center or off just a little bit right behind tackle in a play action pass. Like this is almost like a power pass. So I like to set up right about here. But Osiris does like to roll out, and he's very good at it. Like I've told you before, he likes to adjust his receivers sometimes and then have them go make an adjustment like right there. You see that flat route now wheeling up. The arrow route wheels up. But in this case here, he decides to throw it to his post route, and he underthrows it by about 30 yards, maybe 40 yards for an interception. Now, why does that happen? All right, look at what Osiris is doing here. He's still running to his right. He's trying to throw away from his body in this case, deep. Physically, that's pretty much impossible. I don't really know a quarterback that can do this. Maybe Randall Cunningham back in the day, or I guess possibly Michael Vick. He had a pretty strong arm for while he was on the run, but not very many. And I know Ben has a cannon for an arm, but this is asking a lot of him here because this is a deep throw. You got to get your feet set, and in this case, there's plenty of time. You see the rushers are barely coming now, so if he sets his feet right about there and just lets this guy get his body turned so where he can set his feet and make a proper throw, he has a touchdown. Now, if he's going to continue running this way, the decision in this case should have probably been to throw it to the crosser here or to this guy wheeling up, because this guy is coming down to play the flat. He's coming in the opposite direction. Even if he sees him eventually and decides to go with them, his momentum is carrying him this way. This guy has him beat right now. at that point right there, it's too late. You can see he's actually stopping. It's too late. He's not going to be able to recover. Not fast enough, at least. And of course, see, he's caught in a quandary between the two. So, you know, really, these are the two spots you want to hit if you're going to continue running. The danger of hitting this one, the safety was out of position anyways by the player there, so he's not the danger. The danger is throwing it out of bounds because your momentum carries you out of bounds. But outside of that, you know, that's not going to be much of a negative play. Obviously, you're not giving up an interception here. And in this case, throwing it away from his body, you know, that's what happens to him. So grade-wise, this is a -1, you know, because decision-making is a 0, play success 0, and then the interception is a -1, giving up a big play, essentially. So, which really sucks in this case. So, -1 on this. Just make sure your mechanics and your technique is more sound, and get your feet set, you know. Video game, yes, but this video game actually takes into account those things, which is, you know, a good thing in my perspective.